how do you feel about some of the changes that were implemented for this contest? Obviously, it's indoors, it's a small field, and more importantly, no crowd. What do you think about that?
Yeah, those are the big things. Indoors, small field. Uh, a couple of those things might help the numbers. A couple of them might hurt. Indoors could help. Um, it, uh, there's sometimes the buns sit out for a long time. They get stale. Uh, if it's staying indoors, it's not going to get nearly as stale. If I don't think they're going to have the AC up really high. I was in the room earlier today, and I don't think it can get too cold in there. And so at first I was worried that the hot dogs were going to get cold, really cold, and if cold hot dogs are hard to eat and they slow down. So it's I don't think and yeah, the hot dogs should be good to eat, and they're making they're less eaters, so they're hopefully making putting a little bit more thought and energy into each hot dog, so they should hopefully taste better. And but then there's no crowd, no audience, and this is the weird part. It's actually really weird. And to eat without an audience, even when I practice, I have one or two people yelling at me, and
Some type of motivation.
yeah, motivation, and over the years, it's just part of the thing. It really helps. It's something I'm a little bit worried about, just because if I let it's just it is what it is. I'm hoping it doesn't bother me that much. I really I yeah, it's too late to practice like it now. Without everybody yelling at me. I probably should have. It didn't occur to me until after my last practice that, like, oh my god, I shouldn't have had somebody coaching me. I should have just been had them shut up while I was eating.
It
But
should have been silent all along. So then would you say
yeah,
that that would be like the one change you wish you would have done during your practice? Like you've been preparing for this, obviously. So each practice you said you've had at least two people there cheering you on. Do you
yeah.
wish that you could have been, do you feel prepared for this, as prepared as you could be?
I mean, I'm prepared for the eating as much as I could be. It was weird training in quarantine. Usually I have other contests helping me stay in competition mode, like just keeping that intensity. This year there were some really good practices and some really just I guess practices that I didn't have any intensity, and I blame the not having any contests because it's eating with intensity and doing anything with intensity. It takes practice. You have to be and not having competition for so long.
Right.
It kind of it's weird. So but I feel like I'm ready. I'm healthy. I'm hungry, and it's gonna be somebody's gonna have to eat a lot of
A
hot
lot of
dogs to
hot
beat.
dogs. Well, with
I,
no
I,
other
I don't.
sports going on, we are ready for you to eat those hot dogs. The world is ready for Joey Chestnut to devour some hot dogs. But in 2018, you broke the world record with 74, but then last year you had just 71. What do you think the difference was between one year to the next?
Oh, well, last last year was a weird year, and I last year I thought my body was in shape for it, and I I hate to complain. Nathan's has been they're awesome, but I really believe those hot dogs last year were undercooked, and the undercooked hot dogs weren't
Wow.
snapping and they weren't sliding down at all. So it was just more work to get them down. Uh, and I really felt like it, last year I had even more good practices than this year, and
Really?
but it just shows that it the practices don't really always translate to the day of the final contest, and this is gonna be an emotional contest. I mean, there was a point in time where I thought it wasn't happening, and it's gonna be. I'm happy just to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the most important question of all, you're essentially in a competition with yourself because then the last year, every year you're beating people by 15 plus hot dogs. So you're essentially it's just you versus you. So what number are you aiming for this year, knowing all the changes, knowing that you've been practicing what you did, but are you trying to hit for that world record? Are you just trying to just win? Do you have a number in mind? The current odds for you right now, I did see that on your Twitter timeline that you did retweet, and it's really weird looking at your odds, and the line is set at 72.5 on Bet Online. So what number do you have in mind?
I know it's like I my goal is always the record, and I'm like, oh my god, I'd always take the over. It's just weird that and last year it was like right on right. I didn't get, I was 3 off the record, and the over under, they was like I was right on. That's some people had me at the over under, it was 71, and I was hit 71 exactly. So it was like it was weird. It's I am definitely trying to get a record. I know I'm capable of 77, 78 if my body is just cooperating. We're gonna see if I can get if it's gonna cooperate. But that's the thing about these contests. There's just a little bit of fluctuation, and it's I'm hoping I can just find my happy place and stay calm, and I'll know about 2 minutes into it whether I'm making a real run at it. And 2 minutes in, if I'm about 24 in, about 2 minutes in, it's gonna be really close. And
that's exactly what I was about to ask you. What number is the mark around the 2 minutes? Do you think you're gonna have any competition, or is it still just Joey Chestnut?
Yeah, there's Darren Breeden could do. I don't know. He'd been telling people he was eating over 60, and as he posted a video of him eating, I think 53 or 52 today, which is a pretty far away off, a long way off from 60 or 70. So, you know, I am going for the record, and the truth is, if it's never happened, but there's always a risk of disqualification if I have a reversal. And those last 3 or 4 hot dogs, if I think I can do it, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go. And if a lot of times I slow down towards the end, and I'm slowing down because my muscles are a little bit tired, and I don't want to. And when your muscles are tired, you're a little bit more risk to let food come back up when you burp. But if I'm getting close, I'm gonna try to swallow fast, and there's a little bit more risk to have a reversal. But I'm definitely gonna risk it, and if I risk it too much, then there'll be disqualification. But we'll see. I'm gonna be pushing hard.
Well, I'll tell you what, everyone is going to be rooting for you. 4th of July, America needs something. We need some type of positivity, so everyone's going to be rooting for that over. But I'll be honest, it's been 50-50 on the splits, and people think that air conditioning, no crowd, that's all going to play into it, so maybe under. Then I see a lot of people, air conditioning, bust all the way. People are thinking you're going to hit like 80, so I mean, it could go either way, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is exciting. It's never going to be like this again, and I'm just happy that we're doing our best to continue a tradition.
That is true. This is a once in a lifetime potentially that it's never going to be like this. Next year we might go back to the thousands of crowds.
Hopefully we can give people sweaty hugs again, and it'll be great. But
hopefully we are back to that spot. Well, Joey, I really do appreciate you taking the time. Wish you all the best. I hope you devour every bit of hot dog that you wanted and aimed for. So I wish you good luck and beat the competition.
Thank you. Great. Have a great weekend.